Alright folks, I have a bag of failed peanut butter fudge. So this is some fudge that my dad made. Didn't really use a recipe. Just kind of poured the stuff in there, cooked it, and this is the way it's set up. It was mushy. It's actually crystallized a little bit having it set in the fridge, but this is at room temperature, and it's just a gooey mess. So I'm actually going to see if I can fix this by making sure that I bring it up to a softball stage, and I'm going to use a candy thermometer. A lot of the recipes just talk about boiling stuff, bring it to a vigorous boil, and hoping that it gets hot enough. Do the drop test where you drop some of this into a thing of ice cold water, make sure it forms a ball. You can do all that, but I'm gonna, since this has already failed once, I don't want to fail again, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this on and see if we can't get it right by using the thermometer. So here we go. Almost looks like a giant caramel. Not really sure I can describe that as a liquid yet, but it's hot. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this in here, kind of see where we're at. Alright, we are climbing. We're up to 160. What a mess. So that's 190. 200. 205. Almost 215. I'm looking to get to 235 here, which is softball stage. I think 234 to 237 is the range. 235 should be right in there. Man, it's lumpy looking. We're at 225, 230. We're getting close. The way this looks right now, my confidence is not high. Still at 230, 233, 234. We were at 235, so I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to slide it off the heat here. Let that start cooling down a little bit. Yeah, that's really weird looking. Alright, we'll let that cool for a few minutes, whip it up and pour it in the pan, chill it, and see what we get. I'll tell you what, that's really lumpy. Looks like German chocolate frosting, but it's not. Alright, I'm going to stir this a little bit, see what happens. So it just looks like a giant piece of caramel, really. And I don't think stirring this anymore is going to do anything different to it. So you want to stir this till it kind of starts getting dull. I don't know. Just let it cool just a little bit longer. See what happens. It is getting a little duller. Yeah, this is going to be almost like we got chunks in it. It's going to be crunchy, but not because we added anything to it. Just because there's going to be large sugar crystals, caramel crystals probably. Might be really tasty. Might be really delicious. I don't know. Certainly can see all the chunks in there though. All right, I'm gonna put this in the platter. It's getting pretty stiff, hard to work with. Not really very shiny, so I don't think this is gonna pour so much as this is gonna plop. This is gonna be easy to clean the pan. And not very spreadable. And it's still pretty warm. All right, at this point we pretty much we got what we got. But it does look like it's going to be set up, it's going to be firmer than what it was, because it was just a big chunk of like brownie caramel. We'll let that chill and see how it cuts, see how it tastes. All right, so this is chilled. Doesn't look very good, but we're going to see how it cuts and see what it tastes like. It is, it's pretty rough to cut. Pretty stiff. Alright, this is not looking good for fudge. But let me see what it tastes like. It is pretty hard. I mean, it's not like a hard candy, but a lot harder than what the fudge probably should be. It actually doesn't taste that bad. It definitely has much more caramel taste than it does peanut butter, or at least a lot of caramel taste, maybe equal parts caramel and peanut butter, which is really quite tasty, but it's not what I would call traditional peanut butter fudge. But it is a lot better than it used to be, which was just a gooey mess. So if you have a gooey mess, this might be one way to fix it. Heat it up to softball stage, cool it, and you'll end up with something that's kind of like fudge again. But again, a lot of caramel taste. Really, really caramelly. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it is delicious. Just not quite what we were going for. So there you go. So the answer is, can you save peanut butter fudge that doesn't set up, doesn't get hard? The answer is maybe. Depends on if this is what you want. Ugh.